On May 14, 2022, Trooper Jacob Bird observed two black Dodge vehicles, a Charger and a Challenger, engaging in illegal street racing on Interstate 630 eastbound near Pine and Cedar. Radar confirmed their speeds at 107 miles per hour, prompting Trooper Bird to initiate a pursuit after both vehicles refused to stop.
Challenger and Charger racing. Charger and Challenger. Speed 120, light traffic. Still eastbound, just past Chester. Cruise. Coming up to your left. The Charger tag is VLAULC. Victor Lincoln Adam, Union Lincoln Charger. They just split.
As the chase approached Interstate 30, the Challenger exited onto 9th Street, while the Charger continued eastbound onto I-30. Trooper Bird remained in pursuit of the Charger and attempted a pit maneuver, though the first attempt was unsuccessful.
Eastbound coming up to the river bridge. In the left lane, 97 miles an hour. Left lane, 97 miles an hour. River bridge. Coming up to the river bridge. Back left lane, 127. Strike. Taking her to sight.
The pursuit concluded when the Charger exited at Curtis Sykes, where Trooper Bird successfully executed a pit. The three occupants were taken into custody without further incident, and a Glock 45 handgun was recovered from the vehicle. On July 12, 2023, Trooper Collins was notified of an active pursuit heading eastbound on Interstate 40 from the 256-mile marker. A St. Francis County deputy was chasing two gray Teslas involved in reckless high-speed racing. Collins attempted to deploy spike strips near the 274-mile marker, but due to heavy traffic and the suspect's rapid approach, he was unable to do so and rejoined the interstate to intercept.
79.8, looks like 24 is with it. Light traffic stopping up here, be careful. Looks like they spiked it. Yeah, somebody spiked him. He's still an overrider. Go 40 on the shoulder. He's go 40. Hold traffic, hit it.
As the pursuit neared the Ingram Street overpass, West Memphis police successfully deployed stop sticks, striking the Tesla's tires. Collins made multiple attempts at a pit maneuver, gradually slowing the vehicle and forcing it toward the concrete median.
Yeah, wait. Alright, CBI, successful footwork, get it? I got it, busting that tire. CBI, DI.
He hit 24's car. I rammed him.
You good? He suspect momentarily stopped, but then rammed the front of his Tesla into Collins' patrol unit in an attempt to escape. Despite the impact, Trooper Hess delivered a final controlled pit, disabling the vehicle. Both occupants were taken into custody without further incident. On July 22, 2025, Trooper Gavin was traveling westbound on Interstate 40 near the 191-mile marker when he observed a Nissan Altima with its rear license plate partially obstructed by a foreign material. Suspecting a violation, he activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop.
Road direction at 233.
Some success to DVI. Speed 105. I ain't brake check when the speed's 89. Speed's 110.
Speed 110.
As the pursuit neared the 187-mile marker, Gavin successfully executed a pit maneuver, sending the Altima off the north shoulder and into a wooded area where it came to rest among the trees. The driver, later identified as Detierance Roddy, exited the vehicle with his hands raised and was taken into custody without further incident. After being read his Miranda rights, he admitted to throwing a cigarette pack containing roughly a quarter ounce of marijuana during the pursuit, though it was never recovered. On July 8, 2023, Trooper William was patrolling Interstate 40 East in Conway when he was notified that Conway police were in pursuit of a gray Ford Mustang reaching speeds up to 100 miles per hour. He responded immediately, positioned himself ahead of the pursuit, and took over as the primary unit near the 127-mile marker.
That's the 125 throughout your car, narcotics.
Copy that.
As they passed exit 125, William performed a successful pit, spinning the Mustang into the center cable barrier and bringing the pursuit to a halt. The driver, Derek N. Blevins, fled on foot, but was caught moments later, along with passenger Shelby L. Hoffman. Officers recovered approximately 1 ounce of suspected methamphetamine from where it had been thrown. On December 1, 2022, Trooper Reese was patrolling Interstate 516 West near mile marker 5 when he observed a Maroon Nissan Altima tailgating another vehicle and accelerating to 83 miles per hour in a 55 zone. He activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver exited at Gwinnett Street, failed to stop at the sign, and began actively fleeing. The suspect continued westbound at extreme speed, blowing through stop signs, swerving across lanes, and hitting over 100 miles per hour in a 35 zone. With no backup and the chase nearing a populated area, Trooper Reese decided to end it with a pit. His first attempt failed, but as the Altima slowed on Louisville Road, he successfully spun it out, stopping it against traffic. A front passenger immediately bailed out and dropped a handgun while fleeing on foot, as Reese held the driver at gunpoint despite being blinded by high beams. The driver, identified as Shakur Benton, surrendered along with a rear passenger. Multiple firearms and marijuana were found, and Benton later admitted he ran because he had been smoking weed, earning charges for felony fleeing, DUI, reckless driving, and more. Early Sunday morning, May 4, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper observed a Toyota Supra traveling 93 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone on the Gandy Bridge. The trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused, fleeing eastbound at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. The suspect continued recklessly across the bridge, prompting the trooper to perform a pit maneuver at the east end, which caused the Supra to rotate onto the shoulder before striking a light pole and catching fire. Emergency responders quickly secured the scene, and both the driver, 31-year-old Brandon Ramnarine of Tampa, and a 32-year-old male passenger sustained non-life-threatening injuries and were transported to a local hospital. Ramnarine was taken into custody and charged with fleeing and eluding at high speed. On December 23, 2023, Sergeant Swartz of the Battle Creek Police Department was pursuing Kevin Jacobs when the suspect drove past Trooper's patrol vehicle at Verona Road and 9.5 Mile Road. Trooper then joined the pursuit as the chase continued toward northern Calhoun County.
Get a real sharp turn coming up, and if he turns right after that will be Garfield Road, after that be Ackley, then take him back towards 69. Yeah, sharp curve right ahead of you.
I may try to pit him if he slows down.
You're on Junction. You just passed Garfield. You're coming up to Ackley.
Alright, he just turned northbound on Ackley.
During the pursuit, multiple pit maneuvers were attempted on Jacobs. The first attempt missed, and the second allowed him to regain control of his vehicle.
His traffic is starting to break up. Yep, you are going to curve through 17 Mile. Keep going north on 17 Mile.
We're going to hit some gravel right up there. I think that's already cleared this section.
You're going to still be on 17 Mile, curving around going north. When you get to the top, it's going to be a T-stop at baseline.
He's going to have to be left or right here. We'll let you know in a minute. Alright, we don't have to turn.
Westbound baseline.
The third pit maneuver, executed at 16 Mile Road and Junction Road at a T intersection, was successful, stopping the suspect's vehicle at the edge of a pond.
You're going to come back up to Junction Road, stay in 6 circle.
Due to the wet grass, Troopers' patrol car slid into the pond. Kevin Jacobs was taken into custody by Battle Creek PD without further incident. The investigation remains open pending patrol car damages. On June 3, 2023, while operating stationary speed detection on GA 204 eastbound near Veterans Parkway, Trooper observed a gray Dodge Challenger traveling at 88 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. When the trooper activated emergency equipment, the driver accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit eastbound on GA 204, which was immediately reported to Troop F Communications. The Dodge continued recklessly, weaving through traffic, running multiple red lights, and almost striking other motorists along Abercorn Street, Harry S. Truman Parkway, and surrounding streets. Speeds were consistently above 130 miles per hour, and the suspect attempted to turn off vehicle lights to elude law enforcement.
back west on Victory. Clear, he's stopped. Alright, gonna be going south on Truman. Stop, I'll stop. Alright, blacked out again.
As the pursuit progressed, the trooper prepared to use a pit maneuver to safely terminate the chase. Despite the suspect attempting to brake-check the patrol vehicle, the maneuver was successfully executed on Harry S. Truman Parkway, causing the Dodge to rotate into the median and come to a stop facing northbound.
Pit, Rick and Pit. I think we're on Durand. Stand by.
The driver was taken into custody without further incident. Marijuana odor was detected, and the driver admitted recent use. A small amount of marijuana was recovered from the vehicle and destroyed. The suspect refused a state blood test, was medically cleared, and transported to the jail where he was charged and booked accordingly. On September 6, 2024, Trooper Chris Dunham observed a dark SUV traveling 98 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone on Interstate 5 near the 61-mile marker northbound. Upon radar confirmation, Trooper Dunham identified the vehicle as a black Mazda CX-5 and activated emergency lights and siren while attempting to initiate a traffic stop. The driver initially slowed, but then fled when approached, exiting at the 63 northbound ramp and continuing onto South Division Street.
Young man's getting the wrong way on interstate.
Once on Interstate 55, the suspect drove north in the southbound lanes, reaching speeds over 115 miles per hour while weaving through traffic and showing no regard for public safety. Trooper Dunham attempted a pit to stop the vehicle. The suspect resisted initial maneuvers, forcing Trooper Dunham to execute a pit, which caused the vehicle to spin into the roadside ditch and tree line, sustaining severe damage.
The driver's not in the vehicle. Unsure if he was ejected.
After the vehicle stopped, the suspect, later identified as Calvin Hathaway, was located about a mile away and taken into custody without incident, then transported to Great River Medical Center for treatment of pursuit-related injuries. Officers recovered 2 backpacks containing suspected MDMA and marijuana, as well as a BB gun resembling a Glock 19. Hathaway was charged with multiple offenses, including speeding, reckless driving, felony fleeing, driving the wrong way, and possession with intent to deliver controlled substances, and was given a temporary bond of $75,000. All evidence was turned over to Blytheville Police Department for processing.